Good afternoon. This is Don Hadley, another drive-through with Don. Wanted to talk to you about a tale of two teams. And I'm about to go see a team of people. They're struggling with each other. They're frustrated. They're not communicating well. Bottom line, I think there's a lack of trust. I think the communication they've had has not been good communication, and so the results they're achieving not only are somewhat mediocre and not so good, but the relationships are being damaged. And as I think back in my career, it has not happened often, but I know of one team in particular that we had worked with, and in attempting to work with them, the objective was to get the business turned around, but we also knew that for that to happen, the team had to turn around and change behavior. They had to start sharing with each other, they had to start communicating, they had to start trusting each other, and they had to start fighting also. They had to start being realistic and not just ignoring each other or giving the happy song and dance. And over a course of about 7 months, it became very obvious, not only were they not willing to try, is any attempts to change it, they would sabotage, get in the way of. And quite frankly, that team came apart. Basically, the entire leadership team from the company was lost. The company went into very, very deep financial trouble, did not go bankrupt, but a very difficult process, 5 to 6 years of rebuilding, and it was unfortunate. And I'm persuaded part of it was the owner did not move quick enough to take action, and by the time he took it, everybody was pretty entrenched. There's another team, and actually there's a number of teams, but one in particular that recently we met with them. They were frustrated with each other, and a lot of it was they weren't quite sure how to collaborate, how to work with each other. They were damaging the relationships with each other. They weren't communicating well, and a lot of it wasn't intentionally. It was through not understanding. And over about 3 or 4 months, as they began to realize what was going on, they began to interact differently. Even when the interaction failed and didn't go well, part of what was interesting is they saw each other trying to do better and trying to help and trying to have better relationships. And so what was exciting about it is even when the relationship, the communication didn't go well, the relationship actually got better because they were able to sit down and say, hey, this didn't work, here's why, let's try it this way. And it became actually fun, almost like a game for them. And they began to realize is if they kept communicating, whether it was working or not, it would continue getting better and better. And so about over a year period of time, as they grew the business about 40%, doubled their net bottom line, they began to really enjoy each other. One of the people that was going to retire from the business decided not to retire and wanted to stay in the game because he said it had gotten fun and interesting. A couple of the younger ones began to engage and share their wisdom and not just sit back and watch. And it's made a huge difference. Their hiring process, they're hiring incredibly better people, training them, teaching them in many, many ways. So I wanted to share that with you. I didn't mean to go quite so long on this drive-through, but when I think of a tale of two teams, it's very easy for us to blame and to say why it won't work. But watching people that try and do better, take on responsibility themselves, and cause mutual accountability, it is great fun. And so the more you get your team to do that, the better it is. If you're struggling how to do it, give us a call. We'd be glad to chat with you about it and see what we can do to help. Our phone number, 1-800-786-4332. My cell phone is 919-368-9008.